Siphinde sangena sibhotisa siligqiza lika Open Studio ku Cape Town TV channel 263 kumakhaya ngamakhaya kwendawo ngendawo enisibukele neguzo sithi bhota Mzansi Africa. Igama lam ndingu-Athule Mazula, and today I am with the Umoja organization. It is an organization that teaches people how to sew and also gives them opportunities to work in their factory as they are also running a factory. Imnandi lendo masive inkcukacha ngabo. Hi guys, you're looking so good. I don't know how often you hear this, but from myself, you're looking so beautiful.
Thank you very much.
May you please introduce yourselves to our viewers and the roles that you're playing at Umoja organization.
Good morning, my name is Pumi. I am the trainer and facilitator for Umoja Skills Development. So I'm the one who's responsible for teaching the ladies and developing the learning material for sewing and fashion design.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Susan.
Okay, my name is Jessica, and I am in charge of marketing and just making sure that people know about Umoja as much as possible.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ursula. I'm one of the students. I'm currently busy with my advanced course. And then also I am personal assistant for the owner, Mrs. Lillian Muklidi.
This is really interesting. Umoja, is there an inspiration behind the name Umoja?
Yes. So the inspiration comes from our founder, which was a few years ago, like 15 years ago. She is not South African. She came from Congo, and when she moved to South Africa, she realized how it's difficult for African women to get a job. So she then started small jobs and worked her way to the point where she met people that could actually help and teach her, which is where Umoja actually comes from, because then she realized there's unity, there's power in unity. So when we come together as an African continent, doesn't matter where you come from, what country you're from, we can always move forward together, and we can make beautiful productions. Doesn't matter the language you speak.
This is so fantastic. Umoja project, how did it start and why?
Okay, so the project started with Miss Lillian, who is the founder of the project, and it started about 15 years ago when she was introduced to beading, and she realized that she actually loves this. So she wanted to learn more about it, and then she went from beading to sewing, and she then met someone who found out that she can do it, and she used to sew pillows, like cushions, and somebody met her and they were like, I like your cushions, can you sew for me? And then she did, out of fun of it, and then he was like, okay, I have a group of 20 girls, can you please teach them for me? And that's how it started, by her starting with a group of 20, and then 20 became 50. And we started by the Jubilee Church, which is literally just around the corner, just in a small space. From there, we moved to Mowbray, which was also just a small space, but it was also just a group of 50. And then from there, we moved, and then we got a bigger space. We had more people.
You've mentioned that it has been around for 15 years, hey?
Yes.
What were the challenges in those early years, and how did you overcome those challenges? Because definitely there were the challenges.
Yes, there was definitely challenges. Some of the challenges that we faced within the 15 years was that, so when you're running a business like this, sometimes some of the challenges that we had was that business wasn't consistent. So we'd have companies that came in and we have like a bulk order, and then it's good for that few months, and then orders just like die down. Then we have very few orders, that is quiet phases like most companies. You have your busiest times and then you have your quiet times. So that was one of our challenges, and then space was the other challenge that we had. And because we didn't have much funds at that time, equipment was also a problem, because we didn't have enough equipment for all of our staff.
So how did you overcome all those challenges, guys?
The way we overcome it was perseverance. That's the first one, perseverance.
So motivating.
Yes, we pushed on and we persevered. Perseverance and belief. and
Just to pray.
prayer and constant encouragement from our founder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Guys, you every day wake up and invest your time in the organization. What is it that attracts you? What motivates you? What pushes you to wake up each and every morning and go to Umoja Projects?
For me, I've got a passion for sewing. I'm actually a fashion designer, and I've only started to facilitate and train a few years ago because I saw a need in the quality and a need in like South Africa or Cape Town for the skill. And I love teaching people. I love meeting people that start from not being able to sew and making something and helping somebody to get confidence.
Wow. And you, Ishla?
Wow, you know, Umoja is just this place where I want to be. If I could sleep there, I would have slept
You
there.
would
because
sleep there.
It is, yes, I will, because the moment I step into the
Into the building.
into the building, yes, I can feel the love. It's just love, the peace. And because I'm not from Cape Town and my family is not here, I feel at home at Umoja.
So you just feel at home when you are in the
Yes.
organization.
And
when
my
you,
passion for sewing as well.
speaking of sewing, please tell us more about the sewing skills program that you are running, and when did they start and who they aimed at?
As she said earlier on, the organization, they've been, I'm not sure exactly for how many years, but from the time she started, 15 years, yeah, teaching sewing. We training people that are either doing it mostly to get a job, people that are sometimes not happy with what they're doing, they want to be able to start their own business. So it's someone that has never touched a sewing machine before that can join us, and they can learn how to navigate it and how to make their own clothing and maybe to do it as a business. Or sometimes it's people that has just learned informally and now they want to perfect the skill and want to make sure they can make their own things.
All right, thank you so much. We're just taking a very short break. We're going to be back. Right, we're just taking a short break. Back in a while. Welcome back, and thank you so much for choosing your favorite show, which is Open Studio for Cape Town TV. And today I am having a very interesting show with the organization that teaches people how to sew, which is Umoja Projects. Isn't it a surprise that I'm coming now with a mini fashion show, eyenziwa nguMoja Project? Can I please have the first model? Oh, come on, somebody. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Please tell us about the outfit.
Okay, she is wearing a off-the-shoulder crop top with white sleeves, made with one of the fabrics that we have at the Umoja organization, which is African print, and the trousers, wide-legged, high-waisted trousers. So all the outfit, including the bag, is made at Umoja.
All this outfit.
Everything
is
she's wearing.
from you.
Yes.
Guys, what is the inspiration behind this outfit?
Inspiration. With the trousers, we just want to give a very sophisticated but still fun look. The top, the founder loves African print, so we're also incorporating trend and African print to make it relevant and also interesting. So the inspiration is a young, sophisticated look.
How do you get these young ladies who loves this African print? Because not all of us, sifuna izinto zangoku ngoku. So how do you guys get these young ladies so eager to wear this African print?
As you can see, like I said earlier, the design is very young and inspired. Like, because it's off the shoulder, so it's what's trending right now, and a crop top.
Yeah.
So back in the past, African print was more older, like very whatever.
Yes.
But now we're incorporating new trends to make it interesting and relevant. For
Thank you
young
so
people.
much, my dear. The second model for me, please. Thanks, Lovey. Another outfit, another design that cannot keep my mouth closed. Please tell us about this one.
This is a dress, like a blazer dress, inspired by the blazer design from the 80s. As you can see, we're still keeping the African print young and new and fresh, and it's also something that she can still wear to work. And the bag is also one of our designs. It's a laptop bag. So all the designs include our African fabrics, African print.
The laptop bag. Let us speak about the laptop bag. In most cases, sithanda zabheka most the laptops ephuma ne-laptop. But you came up with this design where you put a laptop yakho. Is there any inspiration behind a laptop bag yodwa?
The inspiration, as I said, is the African print.
Yes.
Because we feel strongly about the unity of like the African print of bringing Pan-Africanism in everything and putting that signature to make it different, to make it fun and colorful.
Is there anything you want to add, Mum?
No, she's said it all.
She said it all. May I please have the third model?
Big.
Dear, you are just now opening my mouth wide enough. And this dress, this outfit, this design, any inspiration about it?
We're still keeping up with that theme of
With the theme.
elegant, young, sophisticated look, incorporating that African print, but also like very bold signature, like designs like the off the shoulder and the detail on the arm, and still short. She can wear it for like an event, or she can wear it like for cocktail party.
Now this is the dress. In the dress, in the first model we had a trouser, and it is not easy for us to get young ladies about eager to wear the dress. So is there any criteria where you look for these models who will be able to wear the dresses?
We keep everything fresh and relevant and trending, so young people are into off-the-shoulder, short miniskirt, and being like different. So even though we love fashion, everyone wants to have a little bit of like something that's going to make them different, stand out, and bold, and colors.
So how do you get them? How do you market to get these girls?
We get them from posting things on our social media that's relevant to young people, and we get them to wear it because if you even look with celebrities, they're also starting to wear the African print.
Okay.
So it's all about African print and young and interesting and colorful.
This is so interesting, indeed. This is so colorful. This is so beautiful. But then, do you have a criteria or do you have qualifications for you, that you look at in order for you to get the sewing people or the sewing students? What are the qualifications? Are there any qualifications or set with certain results in order for you to have the students?
The wonderful thing about the sewing programs is you don't need to have like a matric. You just need to have a willing attitude and to be passionate and to be willing to learn something. So you don't need like matric, or you don't need like any other training. So you come in, you show your interest, and then we interview you, and we test if you're gonna be able to finish the course. So you don't need like a formal qualification.
Are there any challenges that you come across with these students who come from the school, now from the students, the challenges from the students? What are the challenges that you come across with, if there are?
I can say the challenges I've had is sometimes the language, but I conduct all my classes in English, but I still have to be lenient to incorporate like some kind of platform where people feel comfortable, and sometimes they're also very nervous because now I'm busy with the beginners, so they've never touched a sewing machine. So I approach those challenges by making the classes very much fun, making sure that everyone is comfortable and everyone's on the same playing field.
Speaking of the classes, making the classes very much fun, are there any activities besides the sewing? Are there any extramural activities for your students?
So the classes that I'm conducting, I don't just place them on the machine and they start sewing. We also have an outing where we go on a fabric outing. So I teach them how to go into a fabric shop and how to select fabrics and how to feel comfortable and
This is
confident.
so fun, hey?
Yeah.
Are there any inspirational stories from the people that has been involved with Umoja Projects?
Okay.
And how did they improve your life, sort of, for that?
Okay. I'm going to make an example of myself because,
Fantastic.
like I said, I'm one of the students, right? So I went through a very difficult time in my life where I lost my job. I was mixed up with the wrong people, get involved with the wrong things. So a friend of mine just came to me and said that she has like a 3-day job for me. And I said, okay, yes, fine, just to get money. So where Umoja comes in, the owner was there, she was asking me all these questions, and she offered me to do the course.
Yes. All right. On that note, let us just take a very short break. We're just going to come back and continue
Okay.
with our conversation. This is very interesting, and we're just taking a short break. We will be back in a short while. Welcome back, and thank you so much for choosing us as your favorite show. We are Open Studio here on Cape Town TV channel 263. Siyaqhubeka ke nenkqubo yethu yanamhlanje enekumdla kakhulu. Esla, you were talking about your the story about yourself, actually. The story
Yes,
about yourself
definitely.
joining Umoja. Please tell us more about that. And
Okay.
how did it improve yourself, the organization itself?
Okay, and you know what, like I said, at that time I was going through a very tough time. I lost my job. I got mixed up with the wrong people, did the wrong things as young people do. So, and I lost some of my family also in that, I lost my place. So I was basically homeless
You were
at that
just a
time.
mess,
Yes, my
we can
life
put it
was
that way.
messed up. So a friend of mine who is every day actually there by Umoja, she came to me and said that she's got like a job for me, but it's only for 3 days, and I needed the money. But at that time, I was already in the process where I want to get back to my old roots. I want to be
To your
the
old
old
life.
Ursula. Yes, I want to work, and I want to be independent, right? And I want to do in life what I really feel passionate about. And then when I went the next day, the owner, like the founder, Mrs. Lillian Mukidi, she was the whole time asking me questions about where I used to work, about my personal life. And the second day, she was, if I'm interested to do a sewing and designing course. And for me, I love clothes. I always cut my clothes and everything.
Because you
So
want to
I-
make your own style.
Yes, so I said I would love to, but I don't have money. So she said, no, you don't need
because
money.
everything
You
is
can
about
do the
money."
course. It's for free for you. So that was basically, again, one of the things that I can motivate the young people about. Never be afraid to take a second chance in life, because this Umoja was a second chance for me in life. And I'm still there and I'm going forward. And I love being behind that sewing machine.
I'm just looking at the bags now. This is very interesting, and these designs are very lovely, guys. Please tell
Yeah.
us more about these bags, please.
Okay, so our bags are very much in line with our previous theme. As she said, we like to keep things young, because we know that the young people are ever evolving and ever changing. And at Umoja, like she said, we like to make sure that we put the Pan-African print in everything.
Yes.
So all of these bags, as you see them, they all have an African print on them,
Yes.
because we are proudly African and we're not
Proudly
ashamed.
Africans.
Yes. So these are bags that anyone can use. A school kid, a student, a varsity student, anyone basically can use it. So they're just made of African print fabric, and then the fabric in the front here and this fabric is slightly different. It's not the exact same fabric, but it's also African print.
Okay.
And then they all have our stamp on it
Okay.
to say
Which
that
is
it
this
came
one?
from, yes, to say that it came from Umoja, so that you're not confused.
Okay.
And then, yeah, they are available at very, very cheap costs and at our store, which is in 313 Lower Main Road.
Are the prices different in terms of, are they
Yes.
one price or?
No,
No,
there's a difference in the price.
All right, let's speak about running the organization. What does it take to run this organization? Because this is a very successful organization, I can put it that way, and it is very inspiring. So how many people are needed to run this organization?
Wow. How many people are needed?
Yes.
There is a lot of people that is needed to
What
make
is a
this
lot?
successful. So our organization is broken up into a lot of different departments. So we've
Wow.
got the training department, which is the school. Then we've got the marketing, which is product based. Then we've got the actual students and admin. And then we also have production. So we have, like I said, a lot, plus minus 20 staff members that work.
20 staff members.
Yes,
Do you have
in
any
the
ideas,
background.
guys, to expand this production?
Yes.
This organization, rather. What are the ideas to expand it, because it is going forward? What are the ideas?
Okay, so the plans that we have currently in the pipeline for expansion is to get a bigger space and then have a space for our students only, and then a space for production only. So we're still having the school, but we want to have a bigger space for school so we can take more students in. And then a bigger production space so we can produce more, way more products. And then as well as a barrister, which is a coffee store, which we currently have started and it's currently running.
Your organization is giving your students an opportunity to work in your factory. So how many graduates do you have currently?
Okay, currently we have, Sheila's going to answer that for us.
Okay, so our first intake was in March. I was part of that intake of the beginner's course. So we were 8 in my class. That was on a Monday and a Wednesday. Then we had on a Saturday, that was 4. So it was basically all in all, it was 21 students, right? So when we started in March, we were all beginners.
Wow.
Yeah,
You were all new, that's what you
we
mean?
were all new, yes. But the goodness and what makes it so fantastic is you can basically choose
Okay.
as to which day you would like to take your
Very
course.
quickly, guys, very quickly, any of you can answer this question. What is your message to young people, especially to this industry or to this sewing career, if I can put it that way? What is your advice to young people?
I remember you asking me what are the qualifications. I
Yes.
just believe that in life you shouldn't wait for like money or opportunity from government. You should be more you challenge yourself and go see the opportunities. And this is a wonderful industry to be in. I just urge people to take it seriously and don't think that sewing is just quick. It's very extensive. There's many departments that
It is
you can go into.
extensive.
You
Not
can-
anyone
yeah.
can just do it.
You can do it working for other people, you can do it for yourself. There's so many genres of design. You can do styling. You can go and intern other places. Go to companies and approach them, ask to intern. Just be willing to learn and to get a new skill and take it seriously.
This is very motivating and inspiring. But Ashla, where do you see yourself, or rather, do you see yourself out of Mojo?
Yes, definitely. I want to see my name on clothes. I want to have my own collection. Yes, definitely,
all
yes.
right.
But I will
On
never forget Umoja. I
All
will
right, on
always
that
be
note,
there.
are there any details should we need to get in touch with you? Facebook, Twitter?
Yes.
Just in closing.
So we have our Instagram account and we have our Twitter account, which should be there.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. This was very helpful. Thank you so much for choosing us. This was the end of our show. From myself, uAtulo Kwamazula, nanga ke ningabelana ngayo ingubo yoxolo nothando, sinthanda nonke.